Yo, how's it going, guys? Welcome to the next episode on my channel. Today we're gonna be doing a League of Legends top lane tier list for the gold ELO, how to escape that. So gold ELO is, in my opinion, pretty easy to escape, just because in platinum and higher is like starting to get like really harder like ELO, because players are better, they focus more on the game. And like in the lower elos like silver and stuff, people like maybe it's at their first ranked, they just don't know the game, they might leave, they might troll, there's many factors. So like being in that middle, you won't have as many trollers, and the players won't be as bad as as you can might stumble upon some in the lower elo. So let's just jump right into the video. Okay, so I'll just get out of the those three real quick, because basically don't play those. So yeah, I'll see you in a while. So I actually decided to delete the F minus, F and E tier, just because like top lane is, maybe you can say it's really like champions are really different, but it's still like you can't put a champion in F minus just because he's like a bad champion, because even Lulu top lane being a troll pick, like she's still gonna be okay, because it's basically the worst version of Soraka top lane. So she's still like awful, but not like the like level of awfulness, if you know what I mean, to be in the oh shit. Okay, sorry for that. So yeah, basically like I deleted those two lowest tiers just because I think it will be really hard to like get those champions to like that tier of level. So Galio, just because Galio is a really weak champion, I wouldn't recommend playing him. Nico, basically she's okay, but like if you're playing serious, just don't. Udyr is Udyr, absolutely awful. Lulu, as I said, is basically a worse version of Soraka top lane, and I put in D tier not because she's like weak, because maybe she's like not the strongest champion, and if you're skilled she's pretty good, but like she's like, if you wanna play for like in gold, you play for basically for snowballing the early game and carrying your team, because it's really easy to get snowballed there. And like in reality, it's really hard to like beat in top lane, like beat many champions. So like she was not gonna beat Darius, she's not gonna beat Ornn, she's not gonna beat Malphite. So like maybe she's outskills Darius, but like how does it matter if Darius can basically destroy her until she gets to do something. Okay, so I actually put a lot of champions on like the C tier, just because I don't really feel like they belong in the D tier, because they are weak, but like they're still really bad. So for the Maokai, yes, he's better because of that Sunfire buff. Like if he's playable, he's like you can win with Maokai basically. But like, why would you play Maokai when you have like so many good champions? Why would you play Maokai into like when you have Ornn or even Sion? Like basically every tank in top lane is better than Maokai, just because Maokai basically is an uninteractive video, like So in the beater I actually put a lot of champions, and I'll just run them down quickly. Heimer, basically most annoying champion along with Teemo. Mundo is pretty okay, you could play him, just it's not just bronze and silver. Somebody might know that Mundo has a lot of healing and might buy the Executioner's Calling, so that's why I put him in B. Cassio, basically pretty good, but she's a counter picked like champions like Darius and like bruisers basically that cannot come close to her. Game playing B for a main as I'm gonna attack more, pretty good, but he's really hard. Kalista is in B, so if you are like actually getting better at the game, she's gonna go in the higher, like she's gonna get from tier to tier better, just because she's a really hard champion. That's why she's B. Diana, she's actually easy, but in the top lane there are many bad matchups for her. Olaf, If you're a ranged top laner, he stands no chance. Trundle, he's too like, you know, like against somebody he's gonna be really good, but against like Kled, he stands no chance just because of his anti-healing and the Kled's damage. Sion, pretty okay, but you know, not your best choice if I can say that. Silas, better go mid lane. Um, Basically, those 4 champions, I would just say better go mid lane along with Akali. And like I know this like is spot patch 10.7, so there's a change for Regalia that grants magic damage shield for his nearby allies, and Akali got buffed. Well, that doesn't change anything basically, so that's why they are where they are. So yeah, let's just go for the A tier. Okay, so for the A tier I got, as you can see, those champions, and let's just say a bit about them and why they are A tier. So the Kled is A tier because he's really good, but like Riot doesn't really like him. He's good into healing champions, but he doesn't really get buffed a lot, you know. He doesn't really get changed and a lot. That's why he's A tier. Aatrox, you know, really good, but Kled and basically when one anti-healing item beats him, that's why he's A tier. Camille, really good, just you know, pretty hard to play, pretty hard to start on. Shen, if you're solo, he's pretty weak, but if you're duo with somebody, he's gonna be like in S plus tier. Um, the Garen, basically worst version of Darius. Jax, really good late game. Early game is, you know, whatever. The worst thing is if you get behind as Jax, it's gonna be really hard for you to get it back. Malphite and Dorn, you know, just tanks doing tank stuff, basically better versions of Maokai. Nasus, you know, the engulf people are not gonna interrupt you really hard from like stacking your stuff, so that's why he's A tier. Vlad, you know, really good late game. Early game, pretty easy to survive because of his healing. Renekton, really good early game. Late game, he's pretty okay too, I can say, that's why he's A. Trinda, insane early game. Late game, he can easily push towers and, you know, take a lot of people's attention on him. So your team can, you know, take free objectives. Cannon, you know, pretty good early game. His ultimate is perfect for late game. Yorick, you know, basically easy early game, hard split pushing, even better than Trinda. Just know he's not that good in killing enemies. Poppy, you know, basically along with those tanks, she's pretty easy to get on, pretty good. That's all I can say about her. And the Nocturne is a pretty weird pick, but he's really good in 1v1s against, you know, many champions on top lane. That's why he's A tier. There we go. So I didn't put many champions like Zac, like Vayne, like Yasuo on the list, just because I don't think they belong, or Swain. I just don't think they belong to mid lane, to top lane. They actually belong to like mid lane, and they carry like Lucian, Vayne, you know. That's why I didn't put them on the list. So for the S tier we have Wukong, basically really strong. Like in 10.6 he's definitely S plus, but he's gonna get nerfed pretty hard to his passive, so as you can see he's gonna be S tier. Set, really good champion basically, in every way he's really strong. Riven is, if you're a main, she's S tier, if you're not, she's right here. For the S plus tier I have Mordekaiser, really easy, really strong. Even if you're behind you can beat people 1v1 really easily. ELO, basically really easy win on early game, and hard snowball, you can just 25 pentacle people easily. And my main Darius S plus, because like I think he's like one of the easiest champions on top lane, and he's actually like, people on gold absolutely don't know how to play into Darius, so it's really easy to just snowball the game and go like 10 and 1, 10 and 0, you know, those stats. That's why he's really good on the on the like gold ELO and below, and even platinum. He's really good. So like, if you wanna climb in the easiest way, just play those 3 champions. Those are really good. If you remain, definitely Riven. Basically, I would recommend playing the S plus tier, the S tier, and maybe the A tier if you like one of those champions. So like, remember that of course if you're like gold and you love playing Aurelia and like you wanna main her, of course you're just go for that Aurelia, because we're gonna go higher and higher with those tiers as your player, just because she's because when you like learn the champion, you're gonna get better and better. That's why even like Woodier, Lulu, okay, maybe not Lulu, but like Woodier, Volibear, Jace, they're all really good champions, and like in every elo, if you basically know how to play them, know their matchups and builds, and basically if you try or do your best and you choose champions, you're definitely gonna win more after some time. So but I would recommend playing those 3 champions and basically those 6, but mostly those 3. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, and if you actually made it here to the end, just type I did it to let me know that you're really dedicated to watch those videos, and I would really appreciate that. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye, see you guys in the next episode.